All right. Well, that's all we have for you tonight. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, dude, we almost did a whole extra hour.
Yeah, almost. All right. Well, before we go tonight, I started off the show this evening, making the announcement of Mike's passing, and we mentioned earlier that it was just a shock to everybody. A lot of the people who've commented on his Facebook page and on his memorial page and whatnot, everybody's just like couldn't believe that happened to a guy like that, especially being in relatively great health.
Yeah, I'm stunned. I mean, I'm not stunned that somebody would pass away in the snow. I mean, you hear about that happening.
Yeah, but you usually hear about that like senior citizens or something.
Yeah, you don't hear about a 40-year-old, 45-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Especially one that seemed like he was in perfect health.
Yeah. Active, no bad lifestyle habits, nothing.
Nothing. And just happened.
Yeah.
And, we've busted Mike's balls on the show, obviously. The water thing we always bring
Yeah,
up.
of course. The free water and, and the bonus tracks.
The bonus tracks.
I even saw Poop Finger over there on the Facebook mention that. It said, I got a import CD and it had bonus tracks.
But Mike was a good dude. I mean, I'll just put it out there on my behalf, and you knew him a lot better than I did. I mean, I knew Mike from you.
Yeah.
Through the show, but I ran into Mike several times.
Sure you did.
At many, many shows. We had a lot of the same interests in music. And I ran into Mike, 2-3 dozen times, at shows, just hanging out and whatnot. And great dude, super nice guy. Tragic that he died.
Yeah.
Tragic, man. And, like we said, he was like the original co-host.
Yeah, he was.
It was you and him, and then little Mike and Big Mike came with him.
And Papa Chuck Myden.
Right, Randy.
Randy was actually the first, but, he got booted due to his substance use.
He wanted to smoke pot in the studio.
But, Mike, we referred to him as long-haired Mike. He was my most reliable fill-in guy. Mm-hmm. Who, if I needed to take a Saturday off or, I wanted to go to a show or I was on vacation or something like that, he would always be more than willing to step in and fill in for me. And he always did a good job because he had a lot of knowledge about the music and,
Sure.
That was his passion. And, he fronted a couple of original bands and, as of late, he fronted tribute bands. He had a tribute band to Alice Cooper called The Nightmare, and I guess he fronted a tribute band to Cheap Trick.
Right, Dream Police.
Dream Police, and I guess he also did an Iron Maiden tribute band just called Eddie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I never saw, but I guess he did a pretty good job with that, and he was a talented singer, and he just loved his music. He loved his rock and roll. He loved his, hard melodic rock. Big Y&T fan. I know that you ran into him at Y&T, and
yeah,
you ran into him at Foreigner, and all different things around the Akron, Cleveland area, and
sure,
he was just a big supporter of music, and again, he was a great performer in his own right. Nice guy. He and I used to have lunch on a Saturday pretty frequently. He only lived like basically a mile and a half from where I used to live.
Okay.
And we used to hang out all the time, And, he's gone, and, I'm sorry that happened, and I'm sorry he wasn't able to be a part of his, his memorial service today. But, again, I wanted to dedicate the show to him because of, the long-term friendship we had and
sure,
whatnot. And again, as with everybody who commented, it was just a shock.
Yeah.
There's
I guess as we get older, we start hearing these things, we start having friends that die, and, and the thoughts of your own mortality and whatnot do start coming into your head more and more.
Absolutely.
But man, somebody like that, that's in shape, didn't, you can't look at Mike and point to and say, all right, well, he smoked crack for 2 years, or
he was constantly drunk, or overweight, or
anything.
Yeah, or had a haphazard lifestyle or something like that, to where you go, yeah, I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah, his was truly the kind that literally will scare the shit out of everybody else, because perfectly healthy, lived clean, and he's the one. And
yeah.
Man, it's stunning.
Yeah, it is.
It's really hard to wrap your head around it. I know a lot of you don't know Mike or didn't know Mike, and I cannot even explain. It's like one of those health gurus dying at 40.
Sure, absolutely.
It's really on the same plane as that.
It's just like that guy who wrote the books back in the 70s, Jim Fixx. He was runner. He was that runner guy.
Yeah.
And he died of a heart attack, I think.
Right. Yeah, and and the weird thing is that there's not even a person out there that'll be like, yeah, fuck that guy, I'm glad he's dead. There's really not. I mean, maybe there is, but I mean, you saw what I saw all week long, and everybody that knew Mike tributized Mike.
Absolutely.
And some of the, I don't know if you saw it or not, but like Scene Magazine feature.
Yeah, I saw the little article about him.
And our friend Bill Peters, who's, a big name in Cleveland, had nothing but nice things to say about Mike. And, in this little area, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal of his passing. And certainly with the CMS, I mean, he's one of the originals.
Sure.
He has more stake to it than I do.
Absolutely.
And just sad, man. I feel bad for his wife and for his mom and dad, and, hope they're doing okay. And I guess that's all you can say, really, is, going to miss seeing that dude out, man. He's a good dude.
Sure, absolutely. Well, anyway, this show's dedicated to you, Mike. So I'm going to close out the show with a band that he and I had in common. He was a big fan of this band as well as I am, and often performed these songs live in the set when he was doing his cover songs. Right. But he was a big Dokken fan.
Cool.
And I think that this is an appropriate song to go out with. So to you, Mike Heggedus, we'll see you again somewhere down the road. So I'm going to leave you tonight with something from Dokken, Tooth and Nail, with When Heaven Comes Down.
All right.
Seems like an appropriate song. So
We're
going to get out of here. We'll be back next Saturday. It's been a lot of fun, as always. And thanks, Jennifer, for an hour and a half of great entertainment.
All right.
Nothing like it. So we're going to get out of here. We want to thank Chips Enough for being a part of the show, as well as Ken Barr and his colleagues, Todd Confessor, as well as Kevin Walsh, for being a part of the show. And we'll do that again.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being part of the show. And we'll be back next Saturday night. We'll do it all over again. So until next Saturday night, this is Neeley, along with my very good friend.
It is Egan.
And we'll see you.
Bye, kitties.